So I want to start by talking about Chisanbop. Chisanbop was a method of using the fingers as an abacus developed by Hong Young Pai, a Korean, in the 1940s. His son, Sung Jin Pai, uh, completed or revised the book, and it's been used ever since. Chisanbop is from two Korean words, ji and sanbyop, um, which means finger counting method to perform the basic mathematical operations. I came upon this method accidentally. When Larissa was in 6 years old in first grade, I took her to the library at Christmas time, and she was checking out books to read. She had been reading for a couple of years, 3 actually, and I decided I wanted to look at computer languages. So I'm over there browsing through Pascal, Fortran, and other books and saw this one called Chisanbop. I took the book off the shelf and discovered that it was not a computer language. It was this hand method of doing math, and I got interested in trying it. There was another book, a little longer, called Finger Calculation Method. I took both of them out and I took them home. I was sitting in the living room practicing, trying to teach myself these hand movements, and Larissa comes over and she watches me for a minute or two, and then she says, I want to learn that. So I told her, well, I will learn a little more and then start teaching you, and she was happy. So I did teach her a bit, and then decided that it might be interesting to volunteer to teach this to all of her classmates. They were an advanced group, and so they had time for extra things. So I took a proposal to her first grade teacher, who thought it would be fun, and I would take 5 or 6 kids at a time, and I'd take them out to a different classroom, and we would learn and practice these methods. I taught them the rest of that year, from February till May, and then I came back in the fall and started teaching them again, and I taught them for most of second grade, once a week. Each kid got a chance to learn this stuff. My favorite memory of this teaching was when I had a small group that I had said, okay, I have 278, and I want you to divide it by 17. And all 6 of the little kids put their hands on the table and started subtracting 17, 17, 17. And while they're subtracting, they were talking to each other about other things that were going on. And they got to the end and they all had the correct answer of how many times 17 came out of it and the remainder. So they had internalized it so well that they could just do it without having to think about it. And I know that many of those kids did very well in math because they knew they were good at math, and I believe the Chisanbop lessons helped them learn and understand that they were good at math. I know of at least 5 of them who went on to do calculus in high school, a group of friends that Larissa had, and they did very well. So I enjoy doing the finger math. I enjoy teaching it. I would teach it to my 6th grade classes whenever I had a math class at the middle school. And often it just was a fun time for the kids to play around with what I was trying to teach them. And sometimes it actually seemed to light up some of the understanding of how the numbers were working. So I hope you'll enjoy these Chisanbop lessons, and I'm going to give them to you in the way that I gave them to the class, in the order I taught them, with the words that I told them that hopefully helped them understand. So the first lesson will be about how it relates to money. So I hope